Good day and welcome. I'm Kathleen Acker, and I am here to tell you a little bit about my Lawful Foundations 101 course. I am a little bit about me, a contract expert with 30 years experience in the corporate realm, negotiated with manufacturing, drug discovery, all big pharma, and had various jobs throughout that career. And the other side of me is always questioning and searching for answers, spiritual and a strong faith base, but always, question the status quo on everything, including the Vatican. So I've taken all that knowledge and that experience. I've applied natural law. I've applied it very successfully. And I have stood up to what some call giants, like government agencies, pharmaceutical companies that I reported to the general counsel of the division, which means that the head legal attorney. So what I've done is I have formulated a class that I absolutely love. I enjoy thoroughly, and I enjoy everyone that has taken it. It's Lawful Foundations 101. It is a matrix game changer for those ready to walk on the private side. It's not just a course, it's the missing link, is what my students say. It's a total realignment of your inner world and your outer authority. If you've been searching for answers, for truth, for freedom, for a way forward beyond government overreach, and you've tried one guru after another and one method after another, but none of it matters. You are still spiritually bounded by written contract. It's either written or unwritten contracts that you've never, maybe were consciously aware that you even agreed to. Then you go and hire an attorney and they're binding your soul and you don't even know what to. It's time to rise up. It's time to get out of the fear, out of the low vibrations of guilt, of blame, of shame, of abandonment, of sadness, of depression, all of it. Just leave it behind and move into courage, conviction, confidence, and clarity with a game plan. That's what's missing in a lot of these is what's the game plan? What's the strategy? What you'll learn inside of this course is foundationally breathing techniques to help you and visualization tools. Those are very important and used by all successful athletes and elites and high up executives. So why don't we apply those? Master the tools of breathing and visualization to fine tune your intuition and kick it into gear to activate a heart centered of compassion and regulating your nervous system, your neurological and your immune system to align and shift the frequency in real time from survival to sovereignty. The hidden power of words, boy, is that a good one. And that's a fun one. I really enjoy that part. Words cast spells and they bind our souls. And they bind us to a lower or higher vibration just by the word, because first there was the word. If you felt the weight of life's chaos, but wasn't sure that you had the power to change that, I'm here to tell you that you do. And it can be swift and quick. What if the storm inside or what seemed outside of you was all within your power just by changing some of the words and language that you use? We've been programmed to use this. So let's reprogram ourselves to use it to our benefit. The magic of words, low frequency words like hush, hush, stay silent, don't speak up. I'm going to try this. Oh, you must do that. Well, you should or shouldn't do that. Don't be shouldn't on me. I'm sick. I'm this. I'm that. Be very careful what you say after I am. Cancel, click. Bored. These are emotional contracts that trap you in a cycle of powerlessness, limitations, and unworthiness. So let's cut that out and shift to one of a conscious choice. You do have the power to rewrite your frequency and to create a new baseline and to reclaim your freedom and your sovereignty. And like I say in class, everything is a contract. Everything is a contract, and all contracts are spiritual. And we go into that. And what we do is we learn about contracts, because whether it's your thoughts, your unwritten, your before time, before ever getting here, whatever. Everything is a contract. Your emotions, your words, everything you do, from hitting your alarm to saying I do. So all contracts, being spiritual, they bind our souls knowingly and unknowingly. We're going to go over the 9, not the 5 or 6 that Google tells you, but the 9 elements of a contract. And I'm going to show you private versus public with examples on each element. And there's elements with inside of that. So I'm going to break them down because there's parts of each element that have different nuances that are important to know. Everything is a contract, and you don't have to not like contracts. This should be taught in kindergarten on up. This is basic knowledge that we should have all learned, and we didn't. So we're going to take the 9 elements. We're going to learn how to apply them in the private, because you and I, my friend, can contract in the private without any government interference. And boy, do they not want you to know that. But everybody's a living soul, are they not? Every single person, or not person, every single title role, be it president of this, that, or the other, or janitor, we are all living souls. And that's not to be debated, is it? Really? How to rebut those contracts, how to rescind them, reclaim them, revoke them. I love revoking. And return to a word and a world with clean hands. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Come with clean hands. Let's repent that stuff. Let's get rid of it. Let's rescind it. And let's create anew. And as the Bible reference in Psalms 24, 3-4 says, who shall ascend? He who has clean hands and a pure heart. Heart of compassion is very important. Then we're going to go into jurisdiction, which is law. L-A-W spells law. That's land, air, and water. In the beginning of Genesis, it talks about how we have dominion over land, air, and water. It's about time we take control of that and reclaim it, don't you think? We're going to decode the hidden in the plain sight, not just with the words, but with the framework that's used by governments, courts, agencies to assert control over us, as we've noticed a lot in the last 5 years. You're going to learn how to identify the jurisdiction that you're standing in. You're going to learn how to assert your rightful, lawful, standing, venue, and jurisdiction, territorial, and not foreign or domestic. Stop contracting unknowingly. Stop handing over your power to someone else, especially overreaching bullies like government, titles, and agencies. And we're going to create private contracts without the man-made system of interference. And why does this matter? Because until you come with cleaning up your spiritual contracts and cleaning up, so that you can come with clean hands, it's spiritual, it's emotional, it's binding us. We're still in bondage. We're still in a slave system. All of us, not one of us. They like to pit us against each other, and that's a bunch of BS. It's not real, and it's only there to divide us. So let's end this slavery. It's an outdated old paradigm that no longer serves mankind, and it is changing. And we, you and I, are the change that we desire to see. This is your call to come into full coherence and reclaim your rights, your voice, and your divine authority. I'm also going to throw in a bonus on a PMA that I do. I'm a master PMA. I see a lot of PMAs out there, private member agreements, and they have tons of legalese. I remove the legalese, and it's really fun because I show you what legalese is, and it's like aha after aha after aha, and you start seeing contracts as a game and fun because you have power now to know what it means. So the roadmap to reclaiming your rights, asserting your frequency, and walking on the private side, this is a game, my friends, and it's fun. Once you learn that you do have control and you have the power, you can make this fun. And if you have moments of fear, it's okay because I'm providing you the tools to face that fear. We're going to have 7 live classes, workshop sessions, and in those, it's interactive. I'm teaching, but we're interacting. We're going to give our own experiences and everything. I'm going to ask you to learn the language to decode your frequency and build that foundation. We're going to have live Q&A with personal input input. And I want you to bring your life situations. I'm going to give you some of mine so that we can know how these apply for each other. Hearing someone else's, whether it's mine or someone else's, really helps you to establish how you can apply this in your life. It's key. You're going to have actionable tools and take-home guides, not just theory, not just like, oh, this is a book I read and I'm going to tell you about it. Nope, this is practical. I have stood up to giants, or what people perceive as giants, and it starts with breath work. For me, being able to take a pause and step back and know that I can control it. First, you have that breath, calms the internal systems, and knowing that you have the ability to do that's powerful. All sessions will be recorded and shared, so you can rewatch them, and people do. You can always come back to the class once you have paid. You get to keep coming back over and over. And I have had many students do that, and that is an honor and a joy to have that, because as they learn, they challenge me to know and be better. It's detailed real life experiences. You're going to have books and PDFs and study materials and commitment to yourself and permission. And that's a big one, permission. So anyway, I hope you'll join me and roll the dice, play the game of life. And until you see me next time, I hope you're enjoying your day. Thanks so much, and hope to see you soon. Join us.